All right, everyone. So today I wanted to talk about a list of things that you are going to want to do every day in Raid Shadow Legends. And with that being said, let's jump right to it and let's talk about the easy one first. I'm sure a lot of you guys are pretty familiar with this one right here, and that is going to be to do your daily quests. Now, this is a pretty simple one. You've got your daily quests icon right here. I've got a little red dot above mine because I actually have some rewards to claim. But when it comes to your daily quests, they shouldn't really take too much time and effort. Most of them are pretty easy. One of them could change, which is win campaign battles. I believe that one can change to beat a campaign boss 3 times. But besides that, they are all pretty straightforward. A little note is you don't have to actually end up claiming some of the rewards right away. You can wait up until a few minutes before the daily reset. For example, like the energy. A lot of the times if I already have energy, I'll wait to claim it until I'm really low so I can min-max my energy refreshing. And one little other thing about the daily quests is there's a little bit of overlap with the weekly and the monthly quests. Like the daily quest that says summon 3 champions, there's also a weekly quest that says summon 25 champions, so you don't have to, when your weeklies are set, you don't have to summon 25 champions right away. You should be able to end up getting quite a bit of it done just from your daily quests, but that really is if you're just trying to min-max it to the absolute maximum efficiency. Either way, the daily quest ends up giving you some pretty decent rewards. You'll get some arena tokens, you'll get an energy refill, you'll get 10 gems, and definitely something you are going to want to be doing every single day. So that is going to end up being number 1 on the list. Moving on to number 2, this is definitely a very important one and a really big mistake that I see a whole bunch of people make. Definitely something that I did wrong for the first few months of me playing the game, and that is your clan boss key optimization and, of course, your clan check-in. So the easy one is make sure that you guys are claiming your clan check-in reward. It's going to be this chest right here. You'll get some free goodies from that every day that you can claim it. But the other one that's really important is your clan boss key optimization. So I'm doing something incorrect right here, and as you can see, I am at 2 out of 2 clan boss keys. This is something you do not want to be doing because when you have 2 out of 2 clan boss keys, you are not regenerating one of them. You're going to regenerate a clan boss key every 6 hours. So what that means is that if you keep track of when your clan boss keys are actually going to fully refresh, then you can actually get a total of 4 clan boss keys each day for free. Now, if you're doing what I'm doing right now, and you have 2 out of 2 of your clan boss keys and you're not regenerating, that means that you're going to be not efficient and you're going to be getting less than 4 clan boss keys per day. So more clan boss keys means more rewards. Definitely want to keep an eye on that and try to be getting those to refresh efficiently, and that'll definitely end up getting you a lot more rewards. So make sure you keep an eye on this each day and use your clan boss keys strategically. So that is going to end up being number 2. Now we move on to number 3. Now this is something you're actually going to have to do more than once per day, but obviously it's going to be very important. Always take advantage of all the free stuff that the game ends up giving you, because if you don't, well, you guys know that a lot of the stuff and offers the game throws at you can be pretty expensive, so might as well get all the free stuff that you can. And that includes checking your market, your gem mine, your sparring pit if you guys have that stuff purchased. With the initial purchasing fees, like the gem mine, I would say if you guys plan on playing the game for a while, definitely going to be worth it. The sparring pit, I would say if you guys are going to be playing for a while, it's definitely worth the first upgrade, but the second and the third one, that's a little bit more debatable. Nonetheless, if you guys have any of this stuff purchased, also the market, make sure that you guys are checking all of these resources. Anytime you see that red dot, that means that you are not going to be getting efficiency for it because you haven't checked it. Like the sparring pit, the way that it works is you cannot actually get multiple levels at once. So in 6 hours here, I'm going to have to check in on the sparring pit in order to just click a button and make sure that my units start getting experience again. If I don't do that, that's just efficiency that I'm losing. So this is something that I'm going to have to check in on multiple times a day. Of course, we're probably pretty familiar with the market. Every hour you get a free refresh at a cost of 5 gems per refresh. Might as well take advantage of that and get all the free stuff that you can from the market. It doesn't accumulate or anything like that, so if you don't check it every hour, that's just a free refresh on the market that you're losing out on. Now, I'm not saying interrupt your sleep or anything too crazy in order to check the market all the time, but if you guys are signed into the game, you might as well take advantage of all of this stuff. And definitely make sure that you don't let your gem mine get to the maximum number of gems as well, because if it does, that means you're losing out on all those free gems every day. So definitely have to keep an eye on all of that stuff. So that's going to be number 3. All right, number 4, this is another really important one, especially to those of you guys who are newer or I guess even intermediate players. That is to check your mission progress and specifically to check the Ascension Dungeons. So, of course, we all know that the Ascension Dungeons are on a rotation. You have the Spirit Keep, the Magic Keep, and the Force Keep, which you will have access to twice per week for each one of these. You have the Void Keep, which is only open 1 day per week, and then the Arcane Keep, that's the one that's open all the time. But specific days of the week, you'll have access to the different keeps. And now you can pay gems in order to open it up. I would highly not recommend doing this unless it's an absolute emergency, and even then, in most situations, you can usually just wait a couple of days because 200 gems is definitely not worth it. But this is important not only so that you can end up getting the right potions to end up ascending your champions, but also there are a lot of missions here where they are time gated behind going to different keeps. So for example, you'll end up having a mission that says go to the Void Keep, and then you have to actually end up waiting until the Void Keep opens up to be able to do that mission. Then after you finish that mission, a couple of days later, you'll have a mission that says go to the Spirit Keep. Then after that mission, you'll have another one that says go back to the Void Keep. So you can see how the game, the way that it kind of does these missions is it weaves them together in a way so that it takes you longer to complete them, because a lot of them are time gated behind those Ascension Dungeons. So you definitely want to check in on your progress missions every day, see if there's anything that you can work on so that you can end up getting to one of those missions that requires you to go to a keep that's going to have you wait a couple of days, just so you can kind of get through this and get all those extra rewards and do this as efficiently and as best as you possibly can. Trust me, those of you guys who are newer, more intermediate players, you definitely won't regret taking a quick glance at this every day and seeing if there's anything you can end up doing. So that is going to be tip number 4. All right, number 5. This is a really easy one. Make sure that you just get your free stuff from the shop. I know I talked about this, I think it was yesterday or the day before. Really quickly, you can end up getting a mystery shard each day for free. Not a big deal. You get an ancient shard for free every week, though. Just make sure that you claim this stuff for free. It's something you can get. Once again, might as well take advantage of all the free stuff the game can end up giving you. And pretty much just ignore everything else in the shop. Again, it's one of those little cheesy tactics that games do to try to get you to open the shop, hoping that you'll end up purchasing something because they're giving you something for free. You have to open up the shop anyway. Just make sure you end up getting the free stuff nonetheless. So that's going to be number 5. All right, number 6. This is definitely an important one. Now, things are going to be changing with Faction Wars soon. Now, Polarium has been saying soon for a while now, so we don't really know what soon means. But that doesn't mean that you can't end up using your Faction Wars keys, because they do reset every single day. So even if that means going to the easiest stages, you're still going to be getting glyphs. You can still find some sort of gear on some champions to end up using it on. It's going to be a free stat bonus either way. And the Stage 1 Faction War crypts really aren't too difficult. You should be able to get a team together to be able to beat them, and you might as well, because these Faction War keys, they reset every day at the regular daily reset, so if you don't end up using them, they go to waste. Shouldn't really take you too long to just do a bunch of these Stage 1 faction crypts. If that's just all you can really do, it's still using these keys that otherwise would end up going to waste. Now, hopefully when they end up redoing Faction Wars, things are going to be a little bit different, but for the time being, I know that even for me, a lot of the faction crypts, I'll just do the easier difficulties just in order to kind of accumulate these glyphs. And I'll show you guys, you can see that I do indeed actually have quite a bit of the glyphs, and a lot of them are low level just because of that. You do end up going through them pretty quickly when you start gearing up though, so you definitely won't regret stockpiling at least a decent amount of them. Alright, so that's going to be use your Faction Wars keys. Alright, this is another important one. This is going to be number 7, is to check and prepare for upcoming events. Now, usually when it comes to events, tournaments, all that stuff, usually the game will give us a day notice. Not always. Sometimes it's a little bit more than a day. Sometimes it's a little bit less. I've noticed that recently it's been changing a little bit. But a lot of the times we'll have a day notice to see what tournaments and what events are coming up. I know that this was true for the Dragon Tournament. We got to see it a day before it actually went live. The reason why I put this into the list of things that you want to do every day is because if you can check and see that there is a day before a certain event or tournament comes out, that gives you a day in order to prepare for it. Either saving up energy refills, arena tokens is another one. Saving your arena tokens, you can wait to claim these until a few minutes before the daily reset. Then they are going to get sent to your mailbox for another day. So you could just find little ways to prepare for events and be more efficient with your resources if you know that you have a full day before they actually end up starting. So that's going to be number 7. And number 8, this is actually a really important one, and specifically perfect timing for making this video today, and that is to check your mailbox, not only for expiring items, but very importantly for compensation and for gifts as well. Now, I say this because if you guys end up going to the mailbox, you'll see that Polarium actually ended up sending out a bunch of goodies recently. So of course, thank you, Polarium. This is really nice. I don't know if they've ever actually been this generous. They sent us a 5-star chicken, an ancient shard, a void shard, an epic skill tome, and 200 energy. Now it says compensation gift for game issues. Same with in-game compensations. This was just kind of like a thank you gift for them, but a lot of the times they don't last that long in the mailbox, and it can be really easy to accidentally glance over the news posts. This one right here, this is the thank you gift news post, but if you get carried away in the game, I can see how it's very easy to accidentally end up forgetting this stuff. So definitely add it to your little list to make sure to check your mailbox every day for expiring rewards, because a lot of this stuff doesn't really last for too long, and you can see how it would be a really big shame if you ended up letting all these really awesome goodies expire on you. So definitely make sure you do that, not just for your own items that last for a very long time in the mailbox, but also for the compensation and gifts that Polarium ends up sending us that usually don't last for very long in the actual mailbox. So that is going to be it for my list of things to do every single day. I'm really hoping that you guys ended up enjoying this video and that it helped out. So thank you very much once again, everyone, for all the support. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want more videos like this in the future, consider subscribing to the channel for more. Thank you again, everyone. We are getting really close to 20,000 subscribers, so really do appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to help support, tossing a quick like only takes about a quarter of a second, and it really means a lot, so thank you to all of you guys who do that. And of course, if you're interested in more videos, guides, tutorials, and all sorts of fun stuff related to Raid Shadow Legends, they should be popping up on the screen right about now, so feel free to check them out. But if not, until next time, have a good day, everyone, and this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.